Hey guys, it's Alyssa and I'm back with another video, and today we are talking all about June sales. So if you hear any kids yelling in the background or my brother yelling over a video game, just ignore that. Alright guys, so how did we do in the month of June? I know we talked for the month of May, and I mentioned how it was my best sales month in 2024. I did really well in May. So how did June stack up? June stacked up, I would say, in a normal-ish way. It was underperforming, but thankfully towards the end I rallied a little bit. So I had a last minute sale on the 29th, so that was nice to see. Also the sun just went behind a cloud, so it just got a little bit darker in here. But yeah, the sales I would say were probably more normal. For me, a normal month is around 5 sales. Again, my shop is really small, and so I don't anticipate a lot of sales each month, but it's normally around 5, I would say. So anything below that is pretty low. For the month of June, I had 4 sales. So it wasn't exactly where I wanted to reach, which is my target of 5 and my kind of normal median of 5, where I'm like, okay, we're doing good, but it was close to that. So it's not as bad as, like April with only 2 sales. So what did sell? Well, weirdly enough, some stuff sold that I was not anticipating to sell, if that makes sense, or like kind of things that were out of the ordinary, which just seems to fit with June. June was just an irregular month, and yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. So the first thing that sold was on June 3rd, and this was a set of German stamps. I don't have a picture of these, but these are something I've mentioned before. I actually sell them for my uncle, so I don't make a full profit on this. I make just a kind of side amount for selling it for him. So that's why I kind of say like June was an irregular month. It's not that I didn't reach the sales goal that I had. I was close, but also at the end of the day, I'm still not making as much as I would like to when I'm selling something like that where I'm not getting the full profit. But I am very happy to, work with my uncle and put this stuff on my Etsy for him to try and get him some extra sales. He's a stamp collector, so he goes to stamp shows, and he's given me a few different vintage stamps to try and sell on Etsy, and we've gotten a few sales for him, and we will share another one coming up later. The next thing that sold was something I was really excited about because I just thought it was so gorgeous, and I loved the pictures that I took of it. This was a vintage Cape Cod, Massachusetts dinner souvenir plate. Now, I've always been worried about selling plates because I feel like plates are very much like a grandma thing, but I don't know if you've been noticing in the vintage realm of social media, grandma core and grandma decor is just in right now, and there's a whole market of people who want to decorate like their grandmas, and I am here for it. So plates might be a thing that I try a little bit more with in the future. Yeah, that was only the second plate I'd ever put really on my Etsy before. I do have one plate that I put on around Christmas time, and that is still on there. So that's, again, it was kind of a surprise to see this happen to sell. So I was excited to see that it sold. And this sold for $9.99. It was just a small plate, and again, it was something that was more souvenirish with the Massachusetts Cape Cod theme, but I loved the coloring. It was green, very beautiful, as you'll see in the picture. Okay, the next thing that sold, and it was the last thing that sold on Etsy for me, was another set of German stamps. Now, this actually went to the same person that bought the German stamps earlier in the month, and so they came back and bought more, which is always great. I love to have a repeat buyer. There's only been a few times when I've had repeat buyers, so I'm really excited when that happens. But they purchased another set of German stamps, so I'm actually completely sold out of the German stamps right now. So I told my uncle, hey, if you have more German stamps, bring them to me, because those have actually been quite popular for some reason. So another set of them sold. Again, don't make full profit on this, but happy to have the sale and also make a little bit of money back helping out my uncle. Alright guys, so the last item was something I actually sold on Mercari. Mercari has been something that I've been pretty inconsistent with when it comes to posting my items on there. I have just found that there's not a huge vintage home decor market on Mercari. It's a lot more clothing and shoes and stuff. So I do go on Mercari and look through some stuff, and I'll post some of my own stuff as well of clothes or shoes that I'm getting rid of that are still in great condition, or a name brand or whatever it may be. But I have tried to post a few of my items on there, and I actually did a whole video talking about selling vintage on Mercari, what that looks like, because it's a very different marketplace compared to Etsy. So I just kind of wanted to give some tips and tricks as far as what I've seen with selling up my seller dashboard on Mercari. Not a lot of sales, unfortunately. But again, I haven't been posting a lot of items. I just feel like since the market really isn't there, I can't really get the margins that I get when I sell items on Etsy. I try to stick with lower, item price to keep things affordable, but Mercari really only sells stuff that's pretty low. So when I do put stuff on Mercari, I do typically go for the cheaper items. But yeah, I just have not been really posting much on there. Maybe I'll rethink that after this sale. I always say that after I get a sale on Mercari. I'm like, maybe I should be posting more on here. And then I just inevitably don't do that. But yeah, it's never a bad thing to obviously have your items available to people to purchase. I've talked about how Mercari does not charge you listing fees like Etsy, so it really doesn't cost you anything to post your stuff on their marketplace. But again, is it really worth it if I'm having to mark the prices lower than what I would like to get? I don't think so. So I think my strategy for Mercari is just if I find an item that I feel like fits and I put it on there, that's good. But most of the time, I'm going to 100% dedicate what I do to my Etsy, because I've just found better customer base there, people who enjoy vintage and actually want to purchase it for what it is valued at. So what did I actually sell at Mercari? So I sold this blue candlestick holder. It was blue colored glass, and I absolutely love colored glass. I'm actually adding a lot of really cute blue items in my launch that's coming tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So I'm very excited about that. I'll show you some preview pictures. But yeah, I sold this candlestick. It was really cute, and I was happy to see it go. This was the sale that came in last minute on the 29th, and it made me feel a lot better about recording this video today, because I was like about to be really bummed and be like, oh no, another April happened again. So this kind of saved the day for me, not gonna lie. I was happy to see that this sold, and it made my month a little bit better at the end of the day. So that was great to see. Well, I am hoping for a better July. We will see. I've really been hyping up this, drop for the blue themed. I'm calling it the summertime blues drop, because I theme all of my drops that I do every single month. I do one drop per month, and it's on the first Tuesday of every single month at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So this will be posting. It's the summertime blues, and I'm very excited about that. And I have a bunch of drops planned out, including my drop for August, which is going to be my fall one, and I'm so excited about that. But make sure and be tuned in right here to my YouTube channel, because I will be posting a video every single Monday. Yes, I am fully committing to the weekly schedule and not just every other Monday. And I've already started filming my video for next week, which is all about the July launch. So I'm going to kind of take you with me as I get ready for it and get everything posted, and then also see how I do and everything. So I am very excited to be filming that video, and that'll be posting next Monday for my weekly upload here on YouTube. Another fun and exciting thing that I'm currently doing is I am going to be posting a reel, a TikTok, and a short, which will all be the same video for the same day, because it'll just be reposted on all 3 accounts every single day for the month of July. Now that is 31 videos. So that is a lot of work, but I've planned this for a while now, because I saw another YouTuber do this challenge a while ago, several years ago. And I was just like, I really want to try this. They saw some incredible results, and so I'm really excited to see how I do. I did go ahead and put together a list of my starting stats as far as followers on all of my accounts, what it's looking like as I start the challenge, and then what it's going to look like as I finish the challenge. Once the challenge is over, I will post a YouTube video kind of recapping how that went, and if it's worth putting all of that effort into, if you want to try to do something like that and jumpstart your own social media. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun, very challenging, but a lot of fun. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video on what sold in the month of June. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you also own a small business, put it down in the comments down below. I would love to check out your shop and love to see what you do. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!